All right, this is the Big Douglas Show. As always, I got rapper Big Pooh with me. Big Pooh, what's happening?
What's going on?
And we got everybody's favorite Twitter troll, Keith, is with us today. Keith Gray, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing all right. Appreciate you bringing me on the show. Finally, I've been waiting in line. Finally, I can get on. I had to take a number for this one, but it's all right.
Well, the number came due, and here you are, looking fresh with the ripping in the background and the RIP 21 on the dome.
That's my boy.
So listen, everybody that listens to this show knows on Friday it is the birthday game. Pooh, 2 weeks ago, we took last week off, but 2 weeks ago, you guys were on fire. I think everybody at least got one. So Keith, keep up, my friend. All right, here we go. Cam Newton has a birthday this week. Cam Newton has a birthday. Keith, start us off. How do you think Cam Newton is this week?
32.
Boom! 32 off the top.
Nice. I was going to say 32 as well.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a huge guess.
Tony Hawk has a birthday this week.
Oh, he
started with Tony Hawk.
He's old. I'm gonna go 55.
Yeah, dang.
I might have undershot.
I'm gonna say 53.
Boom! He came to play. 53 on the nose. All right, let's see what we got here. Dennis Rodman.
I saw that. He's 60. He's 60.
No,
I'm wrong. He's not 60.
Unless my statistician is wrong. I had 59, but maybe it is 60. I'm gonna have to take a look.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to take a look. Maybe I got all right. Moving on. We'll that's an NA there. Stevie Wonder has a birthday this week. Stevie Wonder.
I should know this one, but I don't. This is a shame.
Yeah. I'm gonna sound stupid here. I'm gonna say 76.
No, I don't think he's that old.
No,
let's go 65.
70.
All right, we were in between.
70 for Stevie. And let's see. One last one from Men at Work fame, Emilio Estevez. Have y'all seen Men at Work? That's a oldie but a goodie. Emilio Estevez has a birthday.
I'm more of a Young Guns fan. Personally,
right, that works. Yeah.
But I still don't know how old Emilio is. I'm gonna go 62.
Damn, I don't want to undercut you, so I'm gonna say 64.
59 for Emilio. 59. Right. So a pretty good day at the birthday game.
And Dennis Rodman is 60.
And then so I gotta do a little checking.
He
was with my research statistician.
He was born in 61.
So you got one.
All right. Well,
I saw that one. Right. That's a cheat. I saw that.
Well, I could tell when you were so adamant about 59 that something must have been wrong on my end. All right. The schedule is out. Keith, you brought it with you. Pooh, if you will record our answers, we'll tally them up at the end. Let's start with week one. Keith, what do we got?
So week one, we got the Chargers home game.
At home. Love starting the year off at home. Offensive rookie of the year versus defensive rookie of the year. Brand new left tackle, the first round left tackle they'll have, Reddy Slater. Let's see. Pooh, let's start with you. What are your thoughts on week one?
I'm gonna give them a W week one. I'm still not sure about the Chargers defense. And I mean, Herbert played decent. He played well. I'm not gonna say decent. He played well last year, but rookie left tackle. Herbert still has a lot to learn. This is a top 10 defense, returning. So I'm gonna say W for the football team on week one.
Keith, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. Chargers still has a lot of questions. They have the potential to be a good team, but so does the Washington football team. So this game, I think, is going to set the tone to see if we can actually compete. And I think with this being a home game, we're going to come out with the win on this one. And I do believe that it's going to set the tone for the rest of the season. So
And this is a first-year head coach for the Chargers, right? Anthony Lynn out. Who replaces him? The defensive coordinator from the Rams.
Oh,
Is that who they went
Staley.
with?
I think Staley.
Yes,
Yep.
right.
Yep.
The young kid from the Rams, I believe. I'll take a W there too. And it's a big game for Chase Young because all I heard last year is what a mistake it was to take Young over the young quarterback that they have in LA. I was almost at San Diego.
Yeah, I don't get these people who believe. I know quarterback is an important position, but I've seen Trent Dilfer win a Super Bowl. I've seen Rob Johnson win a Super Bowl. Like, you don't have to have an all-world quarterback to win a Super Bowl.
It does make it easier.
It makes it easier. I don't even want to say easier. Because if you don't have a team around that quarterback, then ask Dan Marino how many Super Bowls he has. You understand?
That's right. Yep.
And he's a Hall of Famer. So, I understand the importance of the position, but people who keep harping on, I was reading this ESPN article the other day, and it was like saying the big hole each team was missing, and they got to Washington, and it says tight end, but all they talked about was the quarterback.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I tend to agree with that 100%. I mean, if you look, again, this guy back here, Doug Williams up in the front, neither of them were franchise quarterbacks, but they still won Super Bowls, and we still give them the same amount of respect. So I used to be that guy that was like, oh my God, we got to have the elite quarterback, but no, we don't.
You just need a quarterback that's not going to mess things up.
Correct.
The other interesting thing is, and this is for most of our lifetimes, the three of us, it's hard to judge anything because Dan Brady's won 3/4 of them, right? So it's hard to know like what does best for a franchise because it's been Brady or bust for damn near all of them. It's ridiculous.
I think that's why people were put in the mindset that you got to have an elite quarterback to win Super Bowls, because Brady been doing it, for the past 10, 15 years. So I'm just throwing numbers out there, but you get what I'm saying. It almost put it in the mindset that you got to have that elite guy to get those Super Bowls. But I feel like what Ron Rivera is doing right now, it's kind of proven that I think as long as you have a complete team, you can compete. And that's all I've been screaming for the past 25 years is just let's compete. We're going to lose. It's going to happen. That's just the nature of the game. But man, let's compete. I'm tired of being sorry every year.
Absolutely. I think we're going to get a better idea of what this team is this year. Ryan Fitzpatrick isn't Patrick Mahomes by no means, but he is going to be the best quarterback that Ron Rivera has had in what would be his second year in Washington, in my opinion. Alex Smith was a shell of himself. Dwayne Haskins, we know how that turned out. And, nobody's jumping up and down for Taylor Heineke. And
well, there are, but I'm not sure why. But believe me, I see him every day.
His family, though, that's his family.
I was gonna say Big Pooh a little busy. He hasn't been paying attention to Twitter.
that's his family.
They got there's a Heineke. Yeah, there's a Heineke hive out there.
He has a hive.
He has a little hive.
One
yeah,
game.
It's not even little. It's big. Yeah. All right, week 2, Giants at home, 2 in a row. I'll take another W here. We've got to get off the schneid. The Giants have owned us for what, 3 seasons now, or has it been 2 seasons that they've swept us? I think it stops here.
Yeah, yeah, I can agree to that. The Giants are going to be pretty competitive this year, in my opinion. I think they had a really good draft. The thing that scares me about this game is that it's a Thursday night game, which is, pretty much 4 days after week 1, coming off hopefully a big high of a win there. So, and it is a home game. So, just one of those things where you're going to see the team, what you're going to see between week 1 and week 2 is preparation, something that Jay Gruden was terrible at. We're actually going to see how this team can turn around in a short time span and compete. So I'm interested.
Lots of teachers and educators on the staff.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm saying W as well. I don't believe in Daniel Jones at all, even though he has weapons now, and I still don't know what that defense is going to be made of outside of Leonard Williams. So,
and they were good last year. It's
Yeah,
funny,
no,
that Giants team reminds me a little bit of this Washington team. People are going to jump on me for saying that, but really they've got a bunch of skill players. They've got a decent defense. They don't know what they have at quarterback yet, just like we don't.
absolutely. I just think we're a little bit ahead, a little bit further ahead of them. So I'm definitely if Daniel Jones hasn't solved his turnover problems, then because I believe our defense should be better this year than it was last year. So I'm gonna give the W to
Yeah.
Washington.
My man's
And-
got to get to the end zone though without tripping. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. You tell on his face,
Yeah, on his own. Like you got to get to
Which
the
is-
end zone.
which is worth that or the butt fumble.
Oh, the trip. I mean, man tripped by himself. By himself.
He got excited.
I get it, but it's still
And-
funny.
And just a footnote here, generally when I do these on my own, these schedule things, I just basically go 1-1 for the division. Unless somebody in the division is just so awful, I usually just give home and away to each team and keep it moving. That's just me. All right, what do we look like week 3 there, Keith?
So week 3, we're in Buffalo.
Oh, that's going to be a loss. I believe that's going to be a loss unless Buffalo has regressed mightily, which I doubt. They're a very prepared team, and Josh Allen took a nice few steps forward last year in his development. So I'll give Buffalo that one in Buffalo.
It's in my nature to argue, but I just can't. I have to agree.
Yeah.
It's a loss. That's a more complete team. And like you said, if they regress, that's a different story. I just don't think we're there yet, but we're getting there. So I think if we were to play this team the following season, I would call a W. We're just not ready yet.
I would bet that the line starts somewhere at 6, +6 Washington, which I think if you'd said that a year ago, it'd have been closer to 10 in Buffalo. So
Yeah.
I'm with you. I think it's a loss, but I think it would be a good opportunity to see how competitive we are. I also think that it's like an extra bye week early in the season, right? That Thursday to Sunday, although you have to play it early, that early in the season shouldn't be a problem. So that should be a nice scheduling bump. All right, everybody gave a loss. What do we look like on week 4, Keith?
Week 4, going to Atlanta.
That's a win for me.
Clean cut,
Yeah.
clear wins.
That's right. That's
He
right.
had the no BS face.
Yeah, that's a win.
Yeah. That's right. I got it a definite win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what Atlanta is. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know. I have no idea what that team is, and it's like you have new front office, new coaching staff, but you kept the same team that hadn't done anything prior. So it's going to be. I definitely think that's going to be a win. That might be a big win, actually. Might be a big win. So.
Yep. Nothing for me. That's definitely I call a win on this one.
All right, so let's move right on to the next game.
All right. Week 5, home game, Saints.
That's a home game. I thought we were on the road there.
Week 5, nope. That's a home game.
All right, go ahead, Pooh.
That's a win as well. The Saints are going to be, I think they're going to be a shell of themselves in the now post Drew Brees era. I still think that Peyton is going to be toggling his quarterbacks, trying to figure out which quarterback is the quarterback to go forward. And
Well, my man got his retinas fixed and everything. That doesn't do it for you.
I mean, I actually like Jameis.
Me too.
I just don't think that this is going to be the best position for the best place for him to reestablish himself because Taysom Hill is there, and Sean Payton loves Taysom Hill, and then they drafted Ian Book, so that doesn't count. But he loves Taysom Hill, and I just don't. We saw what the team looked like. I mean, they were winning, but that Drew Brees aura is gone. That it's almost like they're starting over, but they're not starting over. So I think this should be a win for Washington.
Are you excited about that Steven Montez Taysom Hill package?
I don't know. I've never seen. I don't even know what Steven Montez is built like. I have no idea. I don't think we need that anyway. We have enough.
Ugh.
We have enough on offense, more than enough.
Yeah, so through all the years, one of the games that I always go to is Saints, whether it's home or whether it's away. It's because I got family that are Saints fans. And I have to say, every time we lost was because of Drew Brees. Drew Brees just elevated those games. I was at that last one where he broke the records, and that was just all him. And now that era is gone, I think that we're not going to struggle because, like, Big Pooh said, they're in a quarterback situation where, I don't think they're going to have it figured out. I just don't think that Winston can beat up on our defense, if that makes any sense. So I'm definitely going with a W. And trust me, guys, I'm looking like I want to argue with y'all, but W.
W's all around. Let's move it on to the next game.
Oh, week 6, home game versus Kansas City. Can't wait for this one.
Oh, that's a loss.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes is going to be out for vengeance this season. They have a rebuilt offensive line. Their defense is their defense. So unless it becomes a shootout, you don't want Patrick Mahomes having the ball last. And I actually think that's going to be a fun game. But I think Kansas City is going to ultimately win that game.
Yeah, the storylines. This is going to be Pat Mahomes versus Chase Young, as opposed to Pat versus Fitzmagic. So we're just not good enough yet, in my opinion, to even stop a team of Kansas City's caliber. I remember when they were dropping their offensive line guys, I'm like, good Lord, Pat Mahomes going to be running all over the field. But then as soon as you saw them revamping, I was like, oh, okay, they know what they're doing. Not that I second guessed it. It was just like, dang, what are you doing? Because I've never seen anything like that before. But this team is a good team, but I'm glad that we're playing them, and I'm glad that we're going to take the L, because we need this game. What it's going to do to me is determine, can we compete? I don't think we're going to win, but can we stay up there with these teams? I don't want to see blowouts. I want to see where we compete. And if we compete and we're losing by 10 points to a team of Kansas City's caliber, I walk away happy because I feel like we're still progressing.
I'd be stunned if this team got blown out at all. Like, I just don't think this particular team is built to get blown out. Now, I wouldn't have said that a couple of years ago, maybe even last year, but the team is too good. And they got guys like Chase Young that just are not in the business of getting blown out. You know what I mean? Like, they really take that shit personally and are not into the getting blown out business. And neither is the coaching staff.
Right. Look, give the team credit. There was so many indications last year that was saying you guys aren't good enough to make the playoffs. Yet that team had heart, man, offense, defense, and they just kept playing and they kept surviving. They kept, competing as best as they could to get where they needed to be. When Ron Rivera said we're going to the playoffs, or we're fighting for the playoffs, and like we're games down, with record. And I'm like, there's just no way, and yeah, we snuck in with a crap 7-9 record, but I was happy that the team was able to get the experience, and they actually competed with Tampa. So, this is, again, another indicator where I don't think we're going to get blown out. I think we're going to play these guys hard, but, if we walk away, where we're losing by 10, even 13, I can at least walk away and say, damn, we at least competed, and that's just what I want to see. Is I want to see progression, because this is the schedule to show it. I mean, I think I read it was like the 5th hardest schedule in the NFL. I could be wrong on that stat.
No, it's up there.
Yeah, good. I want it to be hard. We may not have a great record this year, but again, it's something to build off of. So I'll stick to that.
Yeah, when people say culture change in organizations, this is what culture change looks like. It looks like a real football team now, a competitive football team. And me and Doug talked about it. We talk about it all the time now, but this is still a rebuild.
Mm-hmm.
This is still the second year of a rebuild. So,
and we're a year ahead of schedule, right? I mean, that's really the focal point.
A year or two ahead of schedule.
That's right.
So I'm not anticipating, like you said, I love this schedule for them. because now they get to see exactly how far they have to go before they're not just happy they aren't getting blown out of games, but actually feel like they're supposed to win some of these games. I mean, I know they're going to feel like they should win every game, but realistically, nobody expects you to beat Kansas City. Like,
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, Keith, what's next on the schedule?
All right, we got week 7 at Green Bay. Win. That team is in
All
shambles,
right.
man. That team is in shambles.
Okay.
Nobody knowing what A-Rod's doing. Like, I don't know. Packers to me is like one of those fake teams. Like, I feel like you have to have Aaron Rodgers on his A
faked their
game.
way to 2 straight NFC title games. I know that.
We're not talking. Shh. Don't bring up facts. I'm talking fiction right now, okay? I'm just saying, man.
Well, in that case, then the Rodgers-led Washington football team is going to smash the Packers.
Well, we can only dream, but no, I think we can get a win there. I'm not saying that we're gonna, blow them out by any means, but I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of things going down in that front office that we don't know about, and it's just kind of. It's creating some issues. You got the whole A-Rod situation. Now, if A-Rod comes in and this was all a sham for just him to get the kind of contract that he wants and he comes in and plays, that's a different story. This is all going to result in if A-Rod plays. So I'll take it like this. If A-Rod plays, we lose. If he doesn't play, if he sits out, we got this.
That thing's got Trent Williams guaranteed money written all over it. Right? I mean, that's exactly what this is, man. It's got no guaranteed money left and wants some.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, man. This is
a tough one.
It's a tough one. It's in Green Bay, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not super late, so the cold shouldn't really be anything that's like that bothersome.
Yeah, October 24th.
I don't even think it's the weather. It's the because you do have a young team still, and last year was an anomaly. You're going into stadiums that really doesn't have anybody, if anybody, in it other than support staff. So, there's an expectation of crowds this year. So it's going to be when you go into a stadium like Green Bay, it's going to be madness. I'm gonna give this to Washington though. Whether Aaron plays or not, I think they can compete with that team. Last year was the Aaron Rodgers. I don't have any guaranteed money left. I'm going to show you I'm still better than all these other quarterbacks that's making more money than me year. And while if he plays, I believe he's going to play well. I don't think he's going to play MVP level well again. I don't think that's going to happen. So
unless he plays for the Washington football team.
Unless he plays for the Washington football team. And then Green Bay, of course, didn't really do anything to help him out again. Part of his frustration. So I'll give that W to Washington.
Big Doug coming at me with facts.
Shot me down for a loss here.
Okay.
That we're not Aaron. I don't bet against Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay. That's just a principle of mine. And that's it. I got nothing else fancy or excited to say about that. As a general rule, I don't bet against A-Rod in Green Bay.
Got too many rules to your scheduling, Doug.
I know. I'm starting to think you're glass half empty, Doug.
I have never been accused of that.
Doug has all the rules. Who we got next?
Personal rules.
Week 8. We're in Denver. This is a Halloween game.
Oh, we got that one.
Yeah, I thought that was I'm all messed up. I thought that was a home game. So I thought we had Halloween at home.
Nope. Says at Denver.
Yeah, we got that one. Denver, Denver's in transition. They don't really know who they are right now. They don't have their quarterback, and they really want their quarterback. Their weapons are young. Their defense is okay. We don't know how much Von Miller has left in the tank. We don't know if Darby's going to be on the field.
That's right. That's right.
So I'm gonna give Washington that one. I think they can take that one.
Drew Lock was Jay Gruden's guy. He loves that kid. So did
Of
Chris
course
Cooley.
he did. Of course they did.
But he has not played well. I got Washington smashing them by like 10.
Yeah, definitely a win against Denver. There's nothing about Locke that scares me. I think we're going to
Or
be able to go
Bridgewater.
in. Yeah. So have they determined? Well, I guess not because camp's not going on, but it is.
Coach said, I saw actually coach for them said, Fangio said that they'd be doing a 50-50 timeshare during the preseason to see who wins.
All right. I actually think they're going to go with Bridgewater, in my opinion.
Me too.
I think the league is still set on, having your dual threat, QBs. So I think Bridgewater, Locke hasn't showed anything that's been that impressive. And, Bridgewater is more of a veteran. So I think that Bridgewater will be the better quarterback and could help the team compete better against us, but we're still coming out with a W no matter who the QB is there.
Yeah, it's going to be Bridgewater, or else there was no need in trading for him. If you
Right.
believed in Locke, you don't bring in the Teddy Bridgewater.
Yep.
You go get what's the kid? He played for the Chargers last year.
Oh, Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah, you go get a Tyrod Taylor if you're just looking for a veteran backup. You don't go get a Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah,
Is Teddy Bridgewater even 30 yet?
No, he's like 29 right in that
Yeah.
area. I mean, he's young.
Yeah. So you don't go get a Teddy Bridgewater for that job if you don't
And-
plan on playing him.
Damn, Teddy put Charlotte on blast the other day. You see that? Said they didn't practice 2-minute, didn't practice goal line.
Yeah, I
When
saw
the
that.
staff got there. I was like, okay.
I saw
Well,
that.
and a lot of
Pretty
people
good.
forget too that Bridgewater, before he had that gruesome injury, I mean, he was almost playing at the top of his level.
Oh, I
You
was
know-
a Teddy fan.
Yeah, before he got hurt. So, that's why I say, now he's got that leg, healed up. I mean, he's hungry. So, I prefer not to play him, but because dual threat quarterbacks always scare me, man. You just never know what they're going to do. And that's why teams, I think, like going with those types of quarterbacks. But to me, he's the better one. But I still, like I said, I still think we get the W over him. So,
All right, who's next?
all right, week 10. Week 10 home game versus the Bucks.
Who go ahead?
I knew you was gonna let me go first.
Yeah.
It's a tough one. I want to give it to Washington, but I can't. That's week 10. I can't bet against Tom in week 10. I'm gonna go Tampa Bay. I can't bet against Tom Brady that late in the season. If this was like week 4, week 3,
But what I didn't mention though is week 9 we actually have the bye. So does
That's
that
the bye
change?
week, right?
So does that change your mind?
Nope. Tom Brady, week 10, second half of the season.
Oh, Pooh's got rules for betting now.
Yeah, I got one for Tom Brady. You should have one for Tom Brady. Back half of the season, Tom Brady is when he really gets warmed up. And I'll love to be wrong here, but that's when Tom Brady really gets cooking. So I'm gonna go Tampa Bay.
In fairness, it's when Ron gets cooking too. I don't have the numbers here right in front of me, but his teams traditionally all the way back to Carolina do way better in the second half of seasons, like a 75% better win rate in the back half of seasons. I wish I had that number on me right now, but I don't. So I don't want to just throw it out there. Yeah, I did this exercise with my brother yesterday, and I definitely had this as a loss. I still got it as a loss. Not beating Tom Brady. Come on.
I might as well just retire from being a troll because I mean, all of y'all, man, y'all are giving off that bad juju. I'm going for the win, man. We almost won that playoff game.
There we go.
We almost won that playoff game, man. Tom Brady old. I don't care that he won another Super Bowl with the Bucks. He old.
I almost got the right numbers on this scratcher I had the other day too, but I got none of it.
Whatever, man. We take
I
the
got
win.
nothing.
Whatever. I'm stretching, bro. We're going for the win, man. Tom Brady done, dude. Chase Young, all they're gonna do is just rush that man and keep rushing that man and keep rushing that man. And when he gets flustered, he doesn't play well. So I really want to say loss, but I'm going for the win.
Yeah.
Hey, somebody got to be the contrary.
That's right. That's right. All right.
I'm usually the opposite. This is why I'm disappointed. So, all right, moving along. Week 11, we are at Carolina.
Oh, that's a win. We can chalk that up as a W. Nobody believes in. I think he's going to be better. The quarterback. I think he's going to be better in Carolina than he was in the with the Jets.
He better hope so.
But he's going to need at least another year or two to really get all of that bad Jet stuff that was going on up out of his system. And then Carolina, they're rebuilding as well, and they're nowhere near where we are in the rebuilding process. So that's Washington. That might be a blowout too.
Who are we going to go to that game or what?
The crazy thing about me, I don't really like going to live
I know you
sporting
don't.
events. I'm a TV guy.
I know.
God, you sound like my dad.
Yeah, it's I've only been to one Washington game. It was actually the game after Sean Taylor passed away. It moves to, it's not enough happening for me, and my senses aren't stimulated. Like I literally almost fell asleep or have fallen asleep at every live sporting event I've been to, except for a hockey game.
I can see that only because there's so much going on that you don't see like when you're on TV, but when you're there live, I catch myself half the time not even watching the game. Like I'm looking at everything else around me. So it's tough. And then depending on what angle you're sitting on, you can't even tell if that extra point or field goal is good. So I'm over here waiting for the refs to do whatever with their hands. And, it is what it is. You kind of just guess as you go. Same thing like when they're running the ball down the field. You have no idea if that's a first down or not, depending on where you're sitting.
If you're sitting at a bad angle, like I went to the Georgia Notre Dame game in 2019, and I was sitting corner of the end zone. And basically, if they weren't on my side of the field with the play coming to my side, I was looking at the screen.
Yep.
I found myself watching the Jumbotron in the stadium, and I'm not down for that. College atmosphere was awesome, but yeah, I'm not down for that.
Who's your pick, Doug?
I got them smashing Carolina by 20.
Yeah.
This is one of those games I can see Washington putting up a 30 piece.
Easy.
And really getting going for that. I mean, like a 21-point victory right there and just smashing on them really gets the team rolling going into the back half of this thing.
Yeah.
So that's what I got. That's that Carolina team. I don't know. I mean, I'm not sold on the coach. He's smart, but I don't know. You can do a lot of things in college. That don't mean that you're going to just whoop a pro team into shape. So we'll see. I think we're way better position than they are. I'll take a blowout there.
Who do they have on offense besides Christian McCaffrey?
DJ Moore, Christian McCaffrey. I mean, that's it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if maybe they drafted somebody this year, but I don't recall it. Nobody that scares you. And the defense, I mean, they got some pieces, but again, they don't. If you lined up the two rosters, I think it looks like a blowout.
Yeah, that's a big win for the Washington football team for me. I don't even have to pretend to give analysis like I've been doing this whole episode. I think everyone knows we got this win. So, all right, moving along. Week 12, this is a home game. It's a Monday night game. Versus Seattle.
This scared me. It's Seattle. Well, it's Russell Wilson, and it's a Monday night game.
Name 5 players on the Seattle Seahawks not named Russell Wilson right now. Go.
Lockett, DK Metcalf, Carson. Is he still on the team?
I don't even think he's on the team.
I don't know if he's on the team. I don't know who's on their defense. That's the problem. I don't know anybody on their defense.
Yeah, Shaq Griffin's gone now.
Yeah, Shaq's gone.
I don't know who's there. They got the linebacker.
Do they have Carlos Dunlap? Did he go there?
No, I think he's gone.
Yeah,
no, that's what I'm saying. And that just tells you how good Russ is. I mean, really, because you could probably name 5 people on any other team in the league. And you could come up with 5, I know that, but the idea is it's just incredible what he does for that football team.
Yeah.
Listen, this is a loss for them. We got the all white jerseys rolling out on Monday night. I could see this being a field goal winning affair here. Washington fans are always so nervous about these primetime games. Well, this ain't Jay Gruden.
This is a win for me, man. I had to think about it. It's a win. I think last year our problem was we were nervous whenever we had teams come in and we knew we had to score more than 14, 17 points, I don't foresee that being an issue, health bearing. And I believe Seattle is going to be right for the taking this year. Let's not forget Russell Wilson did have his little, dispute with the front office. I think they just realized he couldn't go anywhere. But as you just said, name 5 people. I'm focused on the defense. There isn't 5 people I can name on that defense. And I don't think unless you're a Seattle fan, you can't name 5 people on that defense. And Russell's going to have to run for his life and pull rabbit out of a hat again. And I don't think that's going to work against Washington.
Yep. I think this is the year they decline with their team. I think this is a beatable team. Again, I think we have an overall collective better offense, better defense. I could be wild when I say this, but this is just, my opinion. And also I'm pretending to act like I know what I'm talking about here. So I think we can compete and actually, take that win. If you pay attention to last season, forget about the 7-9 record, but you just pay attention to the games that we did lose. We didn't lose bad. We were competitive. I do think. So I think that this is a game where this is going to create a statement, being that it is a home game and we are beating a team of Seattle. I think that this is where people are going to truly see this rebuild go in full force, and they're going to make a statement in this game. And I think that not only are they going to start talking more about our defense, but they're going to start talking about our offense too. So I just think that we have too many offensive weapons for Seattle to even keep up. So going with the win.
When's the last time, I was thinking about this yesterday, when is the last time you've seen the national media just slurp this team like they are right now? I mean, all of them are just talking about how good this team could and should be. And really, what's crazy is it's because of Fitzpatrick. Add a guy willing to pump the ball down the field and all the weapons they've put up. And I'm telling you, because that was the problem last year. That's why you won 7 games and not 10 games last year, because the offense averaged, I think, 19 points a game.
But this team can average in the mid-20s.
Yes.
Yeah.
The mid-20s, 24, 25 points a game, we have a chance to win almost every week, except for when we play Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady.
And you could say that against
we're beating Tom Brady,
like every team.
Now Tom Brady, I'll give you, we have a chance against Tom Brady, but Patrick Mahomes, no. But
as long as Heineke's playing.
As long as if we can score in the mid-20s, I think we have a chance to really win every week because of
you're right, Pooh.
the defense.
Yeah, agreed.
All right, who's next on there?
Next, we are now in week 13. We are playing the Raiders.
Did you see what this tickets are going for that Raiders game?
Yeah, 50-yard line, $3,500. If you're talking section 400s, you're talking $400 or $500 a ticket. They can. I don't know if y'all
put your face away, Pooh. Put your face away.
Is that a home game or away game?
Home game.
That's in Vegas.
Oh, in Vegas.
In Vegas.
It's in Vegas. It's in
wild.
Vegas.
Oh yeah. Okay, I can see that then.
I mean, stop it.
I wouldn't pay it.
Who can afford it?
Them people out there gambling.
In Vegas.
That's true. That's true.
Because Vegas has been waiting. They had a delayed season, delayed opening, I'll say. So they've been waiting for this. And, there's even talk now of Oakland, possibly the Oakland A's, possibly, going to Vegas. Like they've been waiting for this moment. And
Charlotte's the other city I've seen mentioned for them.
I've seen that as well. I don't know where that stadium will go, but I've seen that as well. But Vegas is they're ripe for this. They are ready now. I still don't know how, and this is my team, but I don't know how the Washington football team is demanding $3,500 50-yard tickets, but they're ripe for this. They're ripe for this. I mean, they're gonna be disappointed they pay that much money to see their team lose, but they're ripe for this.
Who that got me thinking. I won't ask you to put your personal business out there, but I know you're a red wine enthusiast. What's the biggest number you've seen spent on a bottle of of red out at a business meeting, let's call it.
I'm not that much of an enthusiast. I'm a novice
Okay.
red wine. So I haven't seen more than a couple hundred maybe on a bottle. And when I say couple, I'm talking 200-300 like
Yeah.
on a bottle. I've seen more spent on liquor than I have on wine. So I mean it's just about your taste,
They said Scottie Pippen drinks $1,000 a shot tequila. I forget what the name of that tequila is, but
yeah, that's insane. That's insane. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. That's insane. I mean, people buying these super expensive. I mean, some of them are actually smooth. Like, the higher the cost, the better the quality. The higher the quality, and the liquor gets smoother. But nah, I don't want to drink liquor that's $1,000 a shot. I'm good. I'm good.
I don't want to go to a football game that costs you $3,500. I can watch that on TV. Like I'm
You-
good.
How much does it cost? Anybody know how much it costs to go to the club in Vegas? They have that club.
Yeah.
They got the DJ I saw and
with the
everything. Yeah, I don't know.
DJ.
Well,
Probably
apparently,
3,500 at least, I'd bet.
so apparently they're going to have something like that at that stadium too, like behind the end zone. They actually got
That's what he's talking about.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
what I'm talking about. The club. Yeah.
And crazy, just absolutely crazy. I mean, I get it, and there are people that are going to spend that kind of money, but I don't know if y'all. So my dumb ass, you'll have to bleep that out if you don't. But
You're good.
Oh, okay. My dumb ass is like, yeah, I'm going to Vegas. I can't wait for that game. I'm flying there. And yesterday I saw 440 for section 400. And I'm like, my ass staying right home in New Jersey, watching it on TV. I'm going to drink my Bud Light and Goldschlager and move on.
Not the Goldschlager.
Hey,
Got
feel
me
like
back
you're
in
in Vegas.
96 right there.
Right.
He wants to feel like he's in Vegas.
Right.
That's right.
I'll be tossing poker chips. I'll put up my stripper pole, but I have no women here, but that's all right. So,
As long as you're not on it, I think we're fine.
well, I mean, you've seen some pictures. We don't want to. I don't think Big Pooh needs to know about it.
No, not at all.
All right, we're gonna keep it moving.
All right.
So
Well,
that's a
I
win.
got to win. I got to win in Vegas.
All right, week 14. This is a home game for us, December 12th against the Cowboys.
Well, again, I'll just state I split the division every time, so I'll take a win here if that's the home game.
Yeah, you're gonna pretty much split for the rest of the because this is where we go through that 5-game stretch.
I know it's odd.
Is it though?
1940, the last time 5 division games played in a row by the Washington football team.
Yeah. I think it's crazy to me that we play the Eagles week 15, then come back and play in week 17.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the strategy behind this other than the fact that the NFL is trying to keep everyone guessing until the end. Years ago when they were doing the schedules, you might know in week 14 who a damn near division winner is, so they've seen what it's like putting division games at the end, but usually it's like 2, maybe 3 at most, and that's stretching. So to see a 5-game stretch like this, I mean, honestly, it could be anyone's division in my opinion, besides the Eagles, because I hate them.
It's not going to be their division.
Yeah. So you want to go through it still, or how do you want to do this?
Yeah, let's go. We'll finish it up. There's only a couple left.
All right. So week 14 Cowboys. Who you got, Pooh?
At home, I'm gonna go Washington. I'm gonna do the big Doug here. I'm gonna go Washington.
All right. Well, I gotta argue. We're gonna take the loss here. Cowboys all the way. Cowboys are gonna beat. Man, people are not giving the Cowboys credit, and I don't want to. Trust me. But Dak coming back, I just think that they would have won that division if Dak didn't get hurt. I think that Dak got paid, Dak is happy, and Dak is going to play happy. We struggle with this team, man. And I know that we've been competing against them, for the past couple of years, but I don't know, man. I say that we're going to take a loss in this one just because I've said too many W's in the previous week. So
do you have Dallas sweeping us then?
No,
Because that's the home game. So you're gonna flip it. We're gonna lose at home and win on the road.
Yeah, I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna take the hard
Yeah,
side.
Dak wasn't the problem last year when he played them 5 games though. He was
And they
putting up
didn't
like
win many,
500
and they didn't
yards.
win any, and they didn't win any of those either, as I recall.
No, they
Or
didn't.
Here you
not
guys
many of
go,
them.
coming with facts again.
Yeah, their problem was the defense, which I don't think they did enough to address. I mean, we'll see, but I don't think they did enough to address their defense. I mean, besides get a
I was gonna
actual
say
defensive
Parsons.
coordinator. I mean, yeah, but they got a defensive coordinator now, so you know. But I think Washington wins at home and they lose in Dallas. Yeah.
All right, week 15. We're at Philadelphia.
That's a win.
Yeah, that's a win.
I'll actually break my rules here. I got us sweeping the Eagles this year. That team's trash.
Yep. 100%. I can't wait to tell my wife how and show her how much they're trash. Like, this is why I hate them more than the Cowboys. Everybody don't have love for the Cowboys. I hate the Eagles. I live 20 minutes from that town, and I'm in Eagles country, and every single year I always have to hear about how our team sucks. So, and then I have to put up with their stupid fight song. They all come over to my house. I'm the only Washington fan here. I'm done with all these people. So I'm with you, Doug. We sweep in that team.
Yep. I'm not a fan of Jalen Hurts. I mean, I'm a fan of Jalen Hurts, the person. I am not a fan of Jalen Hurts, the NFL quarterback.
No, I wasn't a fan of Jalen Hurts, the college quarterback. So definitely don't think he's going to be the guy. I actually can see Flacco. That's who's backing him up. Is that who?
Yeah, it
backing
is.
him up?
He's backing
Yep.
him up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see Flacco playing.
And your guy Jamie Newman's on the team.
He's going to need a development year.
He does.
Yeah.
He's going to
does,
need.
but I knew-
He's going.
I knew
He
you
was
were hiring
signed-
him out.
He was
I didn't know if you
unrestricted,
realized he
right?
went there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He didn't go drafted.
Washington had Jordan Tiamu in for the rookie camp. I like him. I think he went to SMU maybe a couple years. Heineke was his backup in that new football league. But anyway, he probably won't make the squad, but I like him.
John Keim actually got some video of him out today. So
Yeah, okay.
that was interesting to see. But he was throwing some dimes.
Nice.
Yeah, he's good. I'm a fan. All right, what we got next?
All right, week 16. We are at Dallas. It's a Sunday night football game.
Oh, we're gonna lose that one. We're gonna take the L on that one. I'm getting my Doug on here.
I'll take that same L, although I'd love to say win there, but I think it's going to be hard to achieve that.
Yeah,
Well, I'm going for the W.
I knew it.
Going for the W. All right, moving along. Week 15. We are. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, week 16, right?
I think it was 17.
Week 6. Yeah, week 17 was Dallas. My fault, guys. Week 17 is home game versus the Eagles.
Oh yeah, that's a win.
Yep.
I'll take
We
that.
all
And
we
then-
all got the
there's
wins out for
18.
the
There's
Eagles.
18 now, right? So the very last game is against the Giants.
Yes, sir. And that is a away game.
I think that
Ugh.
last game is going to be not necessarily versus the racing with the Giants, but I think that last week is going to be for the division.
Yeah.
Out of the Washington, Dallas, Giants trio, I think that game is going to be important for the division. And I'm gonna go Washington. I think they can take that.
Agreed. I still think we have a better team than them. We just have to play them better than we did last year. Those 2 losses were, very frustrating, but I think they were lessons to be learned. And I don't think our team's going to go out like that again, especially if we're competing for a potential division. Yeah, I think we take that win.
So you guys got the team sweeping both the Eagles and the Giants then, is that right?
Yep.
Oof. Boy, I said I like to split these things, but I think you're right, Pooh. This last game is going to be important. If that's a must-win game to get into the playoffs, then I've got them winning. If it's not must-win, then I'm, I don't know, flip a coin.
Yeah.
That was a cheap way of putting that when I cheated there.
Hey,
All right, I'll take a win there.
okay.
I'll take a win there. Well, Pooh, wrap it up for us. What are the numbers here? What's everybody's record look like?
Doug has 6 losses, and I'm
That's
doing
got
the
me at
so
11.
backwards.
That's got me at 11-6.
11-6. You got watched at 11-6. Keith,
Yesterday I had 10. That's because I didn't because I split each division. Go ahead, my bad. What we got Keith at?
Keith on big dog status.
Oh,
Well, he's up there at like 12.
14-3.
oh shit. We got to go back and change. That's what happened. What happened? We're gonna have to start this show over.
I'm right behind you, so I know mine is gonna be wrong. Like I said, you was 14-3. I'm 13-4. So I'm right behind you.
Oh,
Because I think what it is
It's what
when-
makes the exercise interesting.
yeah, when you
Right.
start going through it, because I'm not looking at the schedule, I'm just thinking as he saved the teams.
Right.
I'm thinking about what week it is. I'm thinking about, what I expect Washington to be, how much I believe they will improve. Because the thing about this, we have a number one schedule because we won a division. But the beautiful thing about football is who was number one last year that's not necessarily how they're going to play this year.
That's right.
I believe in Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City, full-fledged. I believe in Tom Brady, full-fledged. And after
And
that,
Buffalo. I think Buffalo. We
in
were all fairly
Buffalo,
convinced
because
on.
I like their team, I like their culture, I like the way they're built. But past that, I think we have a legitimate shot at winning every other game on the schedule, except for one of them Cowboy games. I don't think we're going to win one of them Cowboy games. It doesn't matter which one. I just don't think we're going to win one of them. But I think we have a true, legitimate shot at winning the rest of them games. And it's going to come down to execution, discipline, and, of course, health. And seeing what Washington did, they just signed Leno, another starting offensive lineman. Rivera is getting the trenches set. So barring any, injuries or last minute Brandon Sheriff trades, Washington is stacked on that offensive line. Like,
They're deep for sure.
they're deep. They can bear the brunt of an injury or two and still keep on ticking because they have more than 5 starters now. And
Cornelius Lucas was Leno's backup in Chicago. Is interesting.
Yeah, and now he has to compete.
That's right.
Against him to start. and that gives Cosme time to work on his technique. We still don't know what Sadiq Charles is going to be. Brought Eric Flowers back in. So it's going to be very, 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 very interesting. Like I said, other than Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, and the Cowboy game, they legitimately have a shot at the rest of these games.
I think the floor is definitely 8 games. I cannot see them winning less than 8 games. And I think the ceiling's in that 11 range. 12, those 12 and 13s. I know we just went through it for an exercise. It seems a little high. But that's kind of the fun thing about just going on game in order instead of like trying to get to a number that works, because frankly, the way it was explained today, I think all of those possibilities are quite reasonable to get to.
I think
Minus
we all
14.
make.
I don't know about 14.
Yeah, man. That's changing my whole outlook. I'm like, nah, we taking the loss in Seattle. We taking the loss in Green Bay.
Got to get that down to 11 somehow.
Yeah. I'm like, nah, we're not sweeping the Giants. Okay, because like obviously 14 is not gonna happen. But it's like you said, when you look through the schedule and you're biased because it's your team, man, and you don't want to say loss, but you want to say win. But like you said, I mean, there's a lot of games that can be won here, to where we could be that's high ceiling 11 win. But reality wise, if you were to ask me what the record was before we went over the schedule, I'd tell you 8 wins. That'd be my guess. And then I'd look like a fool going through here talking about win. But we're on the up, man. We're up and coming. So it's finally time to be excited. I mean, as fans, we have sat and we have watched some BS, with the Jay Gruden era, and even before then,
the Jim Zorn era.
Yeah, and I mean, we might have had something with Shanahan, man, but something broke up there, and I don't know what happened. You know,
Lucifer happened there.
I always got love for RG3. I shot him out in every,
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
always
I
got
mean,
love. That's my guy.
absolutely.
I'm loyal.
Real quick also too, we've forgotten the birthday game. It's my
Yeah.
man Freddie Ham's birthday. He turned 30 this week from the HT We Are podcast. So big shout out to Freddie.
Yeah, big shout out. Happy birthday, Freddie.
Nice. Well, as we wrap this up, Keith, man, we thank you for, coming on and doing this exercise with us. And can't wait to have you on again. But let the people know where they can find you on Twitter.
Yeah, you can find me on at KG Skins 26. Twitter is where it's at. You can also find me with my KG Skins 26 at the game. KG Skins 26 jersey. Come look for me, man. This year I want a whole party. Now that we're all able to come out, but just wear your mask though. I don't want, you guys got to wear your mask. I ain't trying to have all your dirty COVID all over me. But anyways, just can't wait, man. We're excited. So I appreciate you guys having me on and taking the time to listen to my fake analysis.
And make sure to check out Keith and Jesse on the Bleeding Burgundy podcast. The boys over there do a nice job. It's a ton of fun to listen to.
Appreciate
Nice,
that, guys.
nice.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on.
No
All
problem.
right, Keith, we appreciate you. We'll holler at you.
All right, sounds good. Hey, have me on for a sneaker episode.
There you go. We'll do it. I got the cool J4s on right now. So there you go.
I got my bare dirty feet, but all right. All right, y'all. Have a good one.
All right, you
All
too.
right, thanks, buddy. Pooh, we'll see you.
Peace.